All right, so you wanted to learn about collaborative management,
Mm-hmm.
and we dove deep into Academy Europe's course materials
Yeah.
to bring you the most important parts.
Okay.
But here's something interesting. This course is designed for students
Right.
and working professionals.
Yeah, it is interesting, isn't it?
What do you think that means?
I think it means this isn't like entry-level stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And to add to that,
Okay.
Academy Europe says straight up that you need
Mm-hmm.
basic project management knowledge to even begin.
Oh, wow.
What does that tell us about collaborative management?
I think that implies
Yeah.
that it takes those basic skills and layers on the
Yeah.
human element,
Uh-huh.
the team dynamics, communication styles,
Right.
personalities.
Oh.
That's where things get really complex.
Right. Before we go too far, let's get a definition.
Good.
The course defines collaborative management as working together as a team
Right.
to accomplish a common goal
Yeah.
within a given time frame. Sounds simple enough, right?
It does on the surface.
Yeah.
But remember, this course is talking to someone like you
Mm-hmm.
who's already tangled with projects,
Right.
about deadlines,
Yeah.
the juggling of resources, the
Yeah.
hiccups along the way.
Exactly.
Collaborative management adds this whole other dimension of people.
Oh, okay.
It's how to hit those targets while you're navigating
Yeah.
personalities, communication styles, potential conflicts.
Okay. That makes the prerequisite make a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
So to get a better handle on this, let's take a look at the syllabus.
Right.
The first thing listed is collaboration systems.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta admit, that sounds a little dry,
Sure.
but I have a feeling it's more than that.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Think of these systems like the operating system for your collaborative project.
Okay.
They're underpinning everything.
Yeah.
The communication, information sharing,
Mm.
decision-making. Without a solid system,
Yeah.
even the most talented team can fall apart.
All right. So it's really setting the foundation.
Yeah.
Okay. The next thing on the syllabus is the ARCS model.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie. I'm a little curious. What
Yeah.
is that?
We'll get into the nitty-gritty later.
Okay.
But for now, think of it as a framework to help understand the stages of collaboration.
Okay.
It's like mapping out the journey, seeing the potential roadblocks, and making sure everyone is on the same page.
Oh, a roadmap for collaboration. I like that.
Hmm.
The next item is something I think we can all relate to.
Okay.
Conflict management.
Right.
Let's be honest. Anytime you have people working together, there are going to be disagreements.
You're absolutely right.
Right.
But what's fascinating is that collaborative environments
Mm-hmm.
actually create very specific types of conflict.
Okay.
You've got diverse perspectives,
Mm-hmm.
strong personalities. Everyone is passionate about the project.
Yeah.
It's a breeding ground for incredible creativity
Yeah.
and clashes.
Okay. So this isn't just like kumbaya, let's all hold hands.
No, not at all.
Right.
It acknowledges the real-world challenges
Yes.
and gives you the tools to handle them.
I see. If we look at some of the other content on Academy Europe's website, we see a lot of tech skills emphasized.
Right.
Programming, data science, cybersecurity.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder.
Why collaborative management might be especially crucial in the tech world.
You're reading my mind.
Precisely.
Okay.
Think about it. Tech projects are complex,
Yeah.
fast-paced, and usually involve people from a ton of different specializations.
Mm.
You need seamless communication,
Right.
shared understanding,
Mm.
and a way to handle those inevitable conflicts.
Okay.
Collaborative management provides the framework for all of that.
So we've laid the groundwork.
Yeah.
Now let's dig into those intriguing terms we saw earlier. The ARCS model
Right.
and the ISM initiative.
Okay.
I'm ready to get past the what and into the why.
Excellent.
Oh.
As we touched upon before, the ARCS model breaks down collaboration
Mhm.
into distinct stages. Think of it like a project journey,
Okay.
with each stage representing a different phase of the process.
Yeah.
But the course makes it very clear that it's not one size fits all.
Right.
It teaches you to analyze if it's right for a given situation.
Interesting. So it's about knowing the tool and when to use it.
Exactly.
What about SM?
Okay.
It looks like it's about creating a shared understanding between team members.
Yeah, it's about making sure everyone is speaking the same language,
Right.
even if they come from different backgrounds.
Okay.
And that's vital for effective collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
But SM, just like the ARCS model, isn't a magic bullet.
Okay.
The course specifically cautions against using it in a way that might stifle individual expression.
So again, it's not about blindly applying a model,
Exactly.
but understanding its strengths and limitations
Yeah.
and when to use it.
And when it's the right fit.
Okay, so we've got the models down. Now, how does all of this actually play out in the real world? The course outline mentions some application areas.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with change management.
Okay.
I mean, change is constant, especially these days.
Yeah.
And change can be messy and uncomfortable.
It certainly can be.
How does collaborative management make organizational change less painful for everyone?
It's about involving everyone who's affected by the change
Okay.
in the process from the very beginning, giving people ownership and shared responsibility.
Okay.
Let me give you an example.
Yeah.
Imagine a company is rolling out a new software system
Okay.
instead of forcing it on employees.
Right.
They use collaborative management to get feedback,
Mm-hmm.
address concerns, and even get employees involved in the design
Right.
and implementation phases.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
So it's less about dictating change
Right.
and more about guiding a transition.
Exactly.
And that leads perfectly into another application area,
Okay.
conflict management. Remember we talked about teams being potential breeding grounds for conflict
Absolutely.
with those creative sparks and clashes.
Yeah, this is where the rubber meets the road.
Mm-hmm.
The course gives you the tools to navigate these situations constructively.
Okay.
It's about understanding the different types of conflict that can pop up,
Right.
recognizing those early warning signs, and having strategies to address them before they escalate.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this all comes together.
Yeah.
So who is this course for?
Okay.
We know it's for students and professionals,
Right.
but let's dig a little deeper.
Right.
We've already discussed the project management prerequisite.
Yeah. It's not just about wanting to learn. It's about having practical experience
Okay.
to really grasp these nuances.
So you're saying you need to have dealt with project management challenges to appreciate what collaborative management brings to the table.
You've dealt with deadlines, resources, scope creep.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen how things can go sideways.
Yeah.
That experience gives you a foundation to build on.
Okay. So it's not just for anyone who's interested. It's for people with certain skills and experiences.
Exactly.
What are some of those skills and experiences?
Think about things like strong communication skills,
Okay.
a knack for problem solving,
Mm-hmm.
and a willingness to embrace different perspectives.
I see.
Those are traits that would make someone really well suited for this course.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground.
We have
And it feels like we've only scratched the surface.
the tip of the iceberg.
There's so much more to uncover in the full course.
Absolutely.
It's really striking how relevant all of this is
Oh, yeah.
to the world we live in now.
No way.
Well, we're in this age of interconnectedness,
Right.
Remote work, global teams,
Oh, yeah.
people working across time zones and cultures, even continents,
Absolutely.
and all those challenges of
Yeah.
communication and coordination,
Uh-huh.
they're just amplified now.
Right. They are amplified in this environment.
And that's where collaborative management becomes even more crucial.
I think so.
It gives you the framework and the tools
Yeah.
and even the mindset to be
Yeah.
able to handle those complexities.
It's not just about managing tasks anymore. It's
Yeah.
about managing relationships,
Uh-huh.
building trust,
Right.
creating a shared sense of purpose,
Yeah.
even when people are miles apart.
And all those skills that this course emphasizes, things like active listening and conflict resolution and consensus building,
Yeah.
those are essential in
I
this
like
new landscape.
It's not just about getting things done,
Right.
but how you get them done.
Yeah.
Creating an environment where everyone
Mm-hmm.
feels valued and respected and empowered
Yeah.
to contribute their best work.
Okay, I'm on board with how important this is.
Mhm.
But let's be real.
Okay.
Not everyone is naturally cut out for this.
That's true.
Right.
It's not a magic bullet.
Okay.
It takes a certain mindset,
Yeah.
a willingness to share responsibilities, and a genuine belief in the power of teamwork.
What are some red flags?
Mhm.
Like what kind of person might struggle in this kind of environment?
Well, someone who is very controlling
Yeah.
or resistant to feedback
Right.
might have a hard time.
Yeah.
Because collaboration is about letting go a little bit,
Mhm.
trusting others, being open to different viewpoints.
And I imagine that someone who's used to working in isolation
Yes.
would also find this really challenging
Absolutely.
with the constant communication and interaction.
Collaboration demands transparency,
Yeah.
open dialogue,
Yeah.
a willingness to share successes and failures.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's not for everyone.
So this course is more than just learning techniques.
Yeah,
It's about developing a collaborative mindset.
exactly.
Okay.
And that's why Academy Europe emphasizes both the theoretical and practical sides.
They want you to understand the why behind the what.
Yeah.
Not just learn it.
Right.
But really internalize it.
Knowing the theory is one thing, but being able to actually apply it in the real world is what really matters.
And this course seems to do a good job of bridging that gap.
I think so.
It's not just about lectures and textbooks.
Not at all.
Right.
The materials include case studies,
Okay.
real-world examples, even discussion forums where students can interact with each other
Oh, wow.
and share their own experiences.
That's great.
Yeah, it's a fantastic way to learn from each other's successes and mistakes.
So you can see how it works in practice.
Exactly. Collaborative management isn't a solo sport.
Okay.
It's about learning from each other,
Yeah.
supporting each other, and growing together as a team.
Okay, we've talked about the theory, the practical applications,
Yeah.
and the mindset.
Right.
But let's get down to the real reason someone would want to learn this.
Okay.
What are the tangible benefits?
No. For one, collaborative management can lead to better decision-making
Okay.
when you have diverse perspectives and you're ensuring that everyone's voice is heard. You're more likely to come up with creative and effective solutions.
It's like you're tapping into the collective intelligence of the group.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not only that,
Okay.
it can boost morale and team engagement.
Oh, okay.
When people feel valued and empowered, they're more likely to be motivated and productive.
Right. Because no one wants to feel like a cog in a machine.
Right.
They want to feel like their contributions matter.
Absolutely. Collaborative management fosters that sense of ownership and shared responsibility.
Right.
It's not just about the bottom line.
Right.
It's about creating a more positive and fulfilling work environment.
And that, in turn, can lead to increased innovation and productivity and success.
Exactly.
So collaborative management isn't just a feel-good approach. It has real benefits.
Real measurable benefits.
But let's not sugarcoat it.
What?
There are some challenges and potential pitfalls that people often overlook.
Absolutely.
What are some of those?
Well, one common challenge is resistance to change.
Okay.
People are creatures of habit.
Yeah.
And shifting to a more collaborative approach can be disruptive.
Yeah.
And uncomfortable for some.
It's like stepping outside your comfort zone.
You said it.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so important to have a clear vision, strong leadership, and a well-defined plan for implementation.
So you can't just expect people to suddenly embrace collaboration.
Right. You need to bring people along on the journey, address their concerns, provide the support and training they need.
It takes time to make that culture shift.
It does.
What's another potential pitfall?
Another one is a lack of clear roles and responsibilities in a collaborative environment. It's so important to make sure everyone understands who is doing what and who's accountable for what. Otherwise, you can end up with confused, duplicated effort, even conflict.
It's about finding that balance between collaboration and structure.
Yes, you don't want to stifle creativity, but you need some guidelines to keep things on track.
Okay, let's shift gears a little bit and talk about communication.
All right.
We all know how important communication is.
It is.
But in a collaborative environment, it takes on a whole new level of significance.
It does, absolutely.
Right.
Communication is the lifeblood of collaboration.
Okay.
It's how you build trust, share ideas, resolve conflicts, make decisions. Without it, you're dead in the water.
So what are some key things to keep in mind when it comes to communication in this kind of setting?
Well, first and foremost, transparency is key.
Okay.
Be open and honest about your goals, challenges, your progress.
Okay.
No one wants to be kept in the dark.
Makes sense. And I imagine active listening is crucial too.
You bet.
Yeah.
Collaboration is a two-way street.
Okay.
It's not just about getting your point across.
Yeah.
It's about really understanding different perspectives and finding common ground.
So it's asking questions and probing for understanding and encouraging others to share their thoughts.
Precisely.
Oh, well.
Another thing to remember is that clear and concise communication is especially crucial when you're dealing with complex topics or technical jargon.
You don't want to overwhelm people.
Right.
Or lose them with all the technical terms.
Keep it simple.
Okay.
Keep it focused and use visuals or diagrams to help people understand.
That's really good advice.
Yeah. Think about how you can tailor your communication to different audiences and different situations.
It's amazing how communication itself becomes such an art form.
It really is.
In this kind of setting.
And it takes practice and patience and a willingness to adapt your style to make sure that everyone feels heard and understood and respected.
Yeah.
It's not just the words you use.
Right.
It's your tone of voice, your body language, even your facial expression.
It's your whole communication toolkit.
Exactly.
Okay, we've covered a lot.
We have.
The benefits of collaborative management, the potential pitfalls, the importance of communication, even the mindset that you need for success.
Right.
But let's bring it back to this course.
Okay.
What are some key takeaways that someone would gain from this?
I think one of the most valuable things is a deeper understanding of the collaborative process itself.
Okay.
The course breaks down the stages of collaboration from that initial idea generation all the way through to implementation and evaluation.
It's like a roadmap.
It is. It's like a roadmap for the whole journey.
I like that.
Yeah.
What else?
The course also gives you a toolkit of practical techniques and strategies for facilitating collaboration. Things like brainstorming, conflict resolution, decision-making frameworks.
So it's not just theoretical knowledge. It's actual tools and skills that you can use.
Exactly. Actionable tools that you can apply right away.
What else?
And beyond the tools and techniques, the course really emphasizes the importance of building a collaborative culture.
Okay.
It's about creating an environment where people feel safe to share their ideas, to challenge assumptions, and to work together towards a common goal.
It's fostering a culture of trust and respect and open communication.
Absolutely.
And that's something that can benefit not just teams, but entire organizations.
Absolutely. It can even have a ripple effect on society as a whole.
Okay, I'm convinced.
Yeah.
This collaborative management is powerful stuff.
I think so.
But not everyone has the time or resources to take a full-blown course.
Right.
What are some simple things people can do to start incorporating these principles into their work or even their personal lives?
Well, one of the simplest yet most effective things is to start practicing active listening.
Okay.
Really pay attention to what other people are saying, not just waiting for your turn to talk.
Yeah.
Put aside your own agenda and try to really understand the other person's perspective.
It's so easy to fall into that trap.
It is.
Of just waiting for your turn to speak. But really listening can be a game changer.
Absolutely.
What else?
Another simple thing you can do is to start asking more questions.
Okay.
Don't assume you know what other people are thinking or feeling. Ask clarifying questions.
Right.
Probe for deeper understanding.
Yeah.
Encourage others to share their thoughts and ideas.
It's about fostering a dialogue rather than just delivering a monologue.
You got it.
Okay, what else?
And finally, don't be afraid to experiment with different collaborative tools and techniques. There are so many online platforms and apps and resources out there.
Yeah.
From project management software to virtual whiteboards to online brainstorming tools.
So find what works for you.
Exactly.
And don't be afraid to try new things.
Collaborative management isn't about following a rigid set of rules.
Okay.
It's about finding what works best in each unique situation and being willing to adapt and iterate as you go.
So embrace that spirit of collaboration and find creative ways to apply it to your own situation.
You've hit the nail on the head.
Okay, so we've explored the benefits,
the
pitfalls, the importance of communication, the mindset you need for success.
Right.
We've even given you some simple ways to start incorporating these principles. But before we move on, I want to leave you with a thought-provoking question.
Let's hear it.
If collaborative management is so effective in the workplace, could it also be applied to other areas of our lives as well?
That's a fascinating question.
Right.
Could we use these same principles to improve our relationships with family and friends? Or even to tackle challenges in our communities?
Could we use collaborative management to make our neighborhoods safer, our schools better, or even our government more responsive to the needs of its citizens?
Those are some big questions.
Right.
It really makes you think about the potential of collaboration to create positive change, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah.
Maybe collaborative management isn't just a work strategy, but a different way of approaching life itself.
A way to build stronger relationships, to solve problems more effectively, and to create a more harmonious and fulfilling world.
It really is something to ponder, isn't it?
It is.
So we'll pause here for a moment. and let you consider those possibilities. Join us in part 3, where we'll continue our deep dive into collaborative management.
Sounds good.
So we've really explored this idea of collaborative management.
We have.
You've heard about the theory, the practical applications, and even how it could change not just work, but how we approach life.
Big stuff.
But let's be real. No approach is perfect.
Right.
What are some of the arguments against collaborative management? What are the downsides or challenges people might miss?
Well, one critique you often hear is that it can be slow. And kind of cumbersome.
In what way?
Well, you need time to build consensus, right? You've got to get input from everyone, navigate potential conflicts.
It's not a quick fix.
Exactly. It takes time and effort. And that can be tough these days.
Right.
Everyone wants things done yesterday.
Go.
Exactly.
Another criticism I've heard is that it can lead to groupthink. Oh, interesting.
Like everyone's so focused on being agreeable that they don't speak up or think critically.
That's a valid concern. You definitely need a culture where people feel safe to speak their minds, challenge things, bring in different ideas.
So it's a balance.
It is.
Encourage collaboration, but also a healthy debate.
Exactly.
What's another potential downside?
Sometimes people can use it to dodge tough decisions. Or avoid taking responsibility.
I see.
Even in a collaborative setup, you need to be clear about who's doing what, who's accountable.
So it's not like everyone has equal say in every single thing.
Right. There still needs to be structure. Someone's ultimately responsible.
All right. So we've heard both sides now.
We have.
The pros and the cons. The arguments for and against. Is this right for every situation?
That is the million-dollar question.
Right.
And honestly, like most things in life, it depends.
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
Yeah. But can you break that down for us a little bit?
Sure.
What would make it a good fit or a bad fit?
Well, think about the task or project itself. Collaborative management is great for complex stuff. Where you need input from lots of different people, different skills.
Right. If it's a simple task, one person could handle it.
Exactly. It's like choosing the right tool for the job.
Makes sense.
Another thing is the team. What are they like? What's their dynamic? This works best with a team that's diverse, skilled, and importantly, motivated to work together.
If you've got a team that's not functioning well.
If they're resistant to the whole idea, it might not be the best approach.
It's like you need the right ingredients for a recipe to turn out.
Absolutely.
What else should we consider?
The organizational culture. Collaborative management thrives in places that value transparency, open communication, shared decision-making.
If you're in a super top-down organization.
If it's very hierarchical.
It's going to be a lot harder.
So it needs to be the right approach at the right time.
Exactly. You can't force it where it doesn't belong.
We've really come full circle.
We have.
We've talked about the what, the why, the how.
The good, the bad, and the maybe.
Exactly. We've seen its potential. But also some things to watch out for. But I think the takeaway is this.
What's that?
Like any tool, you've got to use it wisely.
Absolutely.
Be thoughtful, understand its strengths and weaknesses.
It's not a magic wand. But, and I think this is key, collaboration isn't just a process or a technique. It's a mindset, a way of being, even a fundamental human need.
I like that. It's a great point to end on.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into collaborative management.
My pleasure.
We hope you got a lot out of it.
I hope so too.
And remember, collaboration is a journey.
It is.
Keep learning, keep discovering.
Keep connecting, keep creating.
And keep achieving together.
Well said. We'll see you on our next deep dive.